And see, as humans, we create religion. We create this kind of spirituality. We create it, we manufacture it for ourselves because we are desperate within ourselves to get to God, but we don't know how. We don't know the way. And so we create rituals and practices and mantras and things we can chant and practices that we can have in order to somehow, we hope, free our souls from what's holding us back. From our disappointment, from our failures, from our sin, from our own inadequacies. We try to free ourselves, but what we end up doing is creating new prisons. We just move them over. In fact, some ways we end up being doubly enslaved because we're still who we've always been. We're still imprisoned by our worst tendencies. We're still imprisoned by our sin. We're still imprisoned by our failures and our regrets, but now we've just added a whole bunch of things to it. And when Jesus comes, what he's saying is, look, I am the way out. I have come to rescue you. I am the way out of your mess. He says, I'm not waiting for you to get to me. I came to you, and there's nobody else coming for you. I came for you. And when you understand who Jesus is and you give your life to him and he comes into your life, then contained within Jesus as he takes up residence in you, within Jesus' life is the fullness of the future you were created for. Within Jesus is contained all of you that you were meant to be, your future. Jesus is the seed that grows in you and brings the life of the kingdom to life in you. And when you have the Spirit of God living inside of you, when Jesus has taken up residence in you, then you don't have to fear for your future. Because all that you were created to be is contained in him. And it's only a matter of time before you become all you were created to be. It is certain. In fact, the only person who can prevent you from the future you were created for is actually you. You can withstand God, you can fight God, you can resist God, you can fight against God, and God respects you enough. He respects your freedom. He will let you do that. But can I tell you, you still can't outmaneuver God. You can't put one over on God. You can't give God the slip. You can't juke him. You can't make him rethink his strategy about how to get you where he wants you to go. Like, God is always ahead of you because he is always in your future. God exists outside of time, and the way that we try and struggle to understand this is that he is in our past, in our present, and our future. And so God is always in our future. He is always pulling us into the future he has created us to have. Your future is secure because you have Jesus, and he will never fail you. Maybe you don't have the confidence about the future that God has for you and that only Jesus can give you. You don't have that hope. You don't have that confidence that God has you in his hands and that your future is secure. I want you to know that you can have that hope today. You can have that kind of confidence today. Jesus says that in John 12:24, he says, unless a seed falls, it remains a single seed, but when a seed dies, it creates many seeds. Jesus is the seed who gave his life for you, to die for you, but he didn't stay dead. He is alive, and he is here, and he's inviting you, and if you give your life to him, he comes into your life, and he begins to unleash within you all the life that you were created for. And if you would like to know Jesus like that, I just want to pray for you. Jesus, if there's anyone here right now and they've never taken that step, they've never moved into this new relationship with you. And for too long, they've held you at arm's length. Lord, I pray that right now you would just be pressing upon their hearts with your Spirit and just whispering to them, I'm here for you. And if that's you right now, I just want to invite you that you can give your life to Jesus. You can begin today the life that you were made for with him. And you can just say, Jesus, I give you my life. Come into my life. Make me new. I don't want to live with my sin. I don't want to live with my regret. I don't want to live with my failure any longer. Jesus, I give you my life. Come into my life and begin something new in me. If that's you this morning, I just want to encourage you that Jesus heard every word, every whisper of your heart. And And I would love for you just to come and tell one of us, we want to begin this journey with you. We don't want you to walk alone. We were never meant to walk alone.